Hey everyone, my name's Rory Miner. I'm from the city of Chandler, and we wanted to talk to you today about our Chandler nonprofits. They're seeing increases in requests for service as well as decreases in funding. So we have some panelists here today to talk about it. It includes Garrett from the YMCA, Trinity from Ascend, and Anne-Marie from About Care. We're going to jump right in and start off with this question. Tell us a little bit more about your organization and how COVID-19 has impacted it. We'll start off with Anne-Marie. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay, About Care was founded in 2006 to help the homebound elderly and disabled remain in their homes, meet their basic needs, and reduce social isolation. Since the virus has hit, it has really turned our organization upside down. Primarily in the past, we take people to their medical appointments and procedures and take them shopping and errands, get them out of their house. Because of the virus, many of our clients can't leave their house. They have underlying health issues. So our goal now is to keep them in their house, bring things to them such as groceries, medicines, and call them. We have volunteers that only call the clients to make sure they're doing okay so they can have a conversation to reduce that social isolation. One of the things that has really happened because of this virus is many of our clients come from somewhere else. Well, their families are out of state. We've had a huge increase in the demand for new clients through this calls from out-of-state families, just to make sure their parents are okay, that they're getting their groceries, that they're staying in their homes. So that's kind of put a little burden on us because at the moment I don't have any staff because of funding issues, as well as, my staff is 65 and older, so they can't come into the office and we have to help them now. That's the other thing about the virus is many of our volunteers who are older are now becoming our clients because we got to keep them self-isolated as well. So it's been kind of a topsy-turvy for About Care, even though we want them to remain in their homes and meet their basic needs, but kind of maintain their health for whatever level it is and not get the virus.
At Ascend, we know that there are people in our community who are isolated, who are hungry, who are living on the streets. We provide help and hope so people can get back on their feet and they don't have to face their crisis alone. COVID-19 has increased the need in our community. We've seen double the number of people in need of food boxes. We've modified our procedures, keeping our participants, our employees, and our volunteers safe. We've also been looking at our supply. Some of our food comes from restaurants and grocery stores, and as people are clearing the shelves in grocery stores, those stores are able to give us less donations than previously. As restaurants and cafes have closed, we've noticed that those are a temporary decrease in supplies as well.
The YMCA has been tremendously impacted by COVID-19, and our operations have changed significantly. Typically, the Y is a place that people come together. We are a family center that focuses on building community. We conquer social isolation, and we focus on building friendship and teamwork in all of our programs. And unfortunately, with the isolation that is happening from COVID-19, a lot of our YMCA programs and services have been temporarily suspended. Fortunately, we are running emergency childcare for ages 2 through 13 for those in our community who really need it. That's kept us going and kept us focused on being able to serve as best as we possibly can.
It sounds like you guys are facing some really tough challenges out there. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that? Trinity, let's start off with you.
Volunteers are critical to our ability to provide food boxes and home-delivered meals. And many of our existing volunteers are in high-risk populations. So we've seen a decrease in our volunteers in order to keep them safe. We have seen new people who've been interested in volunteering, and we've been able to take them and get them volunteering, but it has not been as large as the decrease that we've seen in volunteers who've had to temporarily step away during this time. We also have our second largest fundraiser. It was scheduled for April 4th, which is our Walk in the Park to End Poverty. We've had to move that to a virtual fundraiser, and we're doing it through the entire month of April, and we'll be looking at how that impacts the donations that we'll receive.
Well, recently we have only one fundraiser, our annual golf tournament. It was going to be held the beginning of May and we had to cancel it. This is our only fundraiser, so all those funds that we would have gathered from that are gone. I had to let my staff go, not only for health concerns, but also because we don't have the funds at the moment. So monetary donations would help us continue our mission to help people remain in their homes, meet their basic needs, and reduce socialization. We are always looking for volunteers. As our clients are growing exponentially because of the virus concern, we need people to help them. One of the interesting things about the volunteers is they're willing to do anything. We come from a place of maybe. You know, if somebody wants us to walk their dog or they need us to clean their garage, well, like maybe that's not primarily what we do, but the volunteers will step in. They have such huge hearts. And volunteering helps remain your health. You're giving back to your community. So between volunteers and donations, that is all we need to continue our mission.
My staff and I have been greatly impacted by the power of collaboration in our community and with one another. One of the collaborations that sticks out to me specifically is the one that we have with Chandler Unified School District to run our iLearn program. iLearn is a program that really engages opportunity youth, and opportunity youth is considered somebody ages 16 to 20 that's either not in school or not working, and we have plenty of them in our community. And so our iLearn program is an alternative education program for secondary ed students that we've had with the school district for quite some time. On Monday, March 30th, our program will relaunch and resume to ensure that our students have every ability to earn their diploma along the way. And while they're at it, they're going to get meals at the YMCA. They'll have breakfast, lunch, and dinner provided to them as well to make sure that every child, every youth, every teen has the opportunity to succeed in this very difficult time.
Garrett, I'm so glad that you brought up collaborations. We actually have a great resource available to the community that brings in all of our nonprofit partners in Chandler that have been heavily impacted by COVID-19, and that is forourcitychandler.org. You can find ways to help, and you can find ways to be helped if you're in need of assistance. So I definitely encourage everyone watching to go check that out. But why don't we go to our next question, and that's how can people get involved and start helping the community? Garrett, I'll throw it right back to you with that one.
The best way somebody can help the Y right now is through monetary donations. And typically we use monetary donations strictly for financial assistance, but right now it means so much more than that. And we're asking people to give from the heart for also staffing and facility operations so that when we get to the other side of this, the Y can come back stronger than ever, being able to support our community. Along with that though, if you are unable to give monetarily, it is greatly needed for anybody to provide any kind of crafts and supplies. Serving kids every day and keeping them creative and active. I know as somebody with a toddler at home, that takes a lot of energy, but also takes a lot of supplies and materials. So anything that is unused of markers, crayons, pencils, tape, glue, you name it, we could absolutely use it here at the YMCA, and we would ask that it be unused donations just to make sure that it's as safe as possible for our kids.
Right now we really need additional volunteers, especially in our food bank and in our home delivered meal program through Meals on Wheels. We need people to provide meals for iHelp. We need supply donations like cleaning supplies and sanitizer, toilet paper, large size diapers, the 4s, 5s, and 6s, and food. And we need monetary donations. Any amount you give will help. We also have on our website the ability to see the current needs and our program modifications at the top of our website on a banner. So that's ascend.org.
About Care needs volunteers. How can you help? Well, you can sign up with us and you pick what you like to do. We send a schedule of service requests out every day. So you can pick, do you want to volunteer an hour a week or 4 hours a week or an hour a month? It's up to you. We have many volunteers who work for a living. We have our services are 24/7. So if you have some time on a Saturday or Sunday and you can pick up some groceries for someone and then leave them there, we don't want you being in contact with our clients, but you can leave them at the door and then just call them and say, well, I've left your groceries, or however you would like to work it out. But yeah, volunteers pick and choose what they do. They can just do shopping and errands. They can just make phone calls. They can do a friendly visit between the door, you know, so they have the human contact. So if you're willing to volunteer, it's aboutcare.org. We have an application online, or just give us a call at 480-802-2331. We'd love to make you part of our family. It's really a community need that we have. We need to help our elderly and disabled remain in their homes.
I really want to thank you guys for all joining us today and sharing this valuable information with us. Is there anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
One of the things that happened I know one of the panelists is from Ascend, is I got a call yesterday from one of the workers at Ascend that an 84-year-old and 85-year-old couple wanted to get some groceries. They didn't want a food box, they just needed some groceries. They like to cook, but they couldn't leave their home. The husband was dealing with cancer and they had other health issues. They weren't clients of ours, but they became clients immediately. So I put it out there to our volunteers, and with 5 minutes, I had 8 people wanting to go pick up their groceries and deliver them. So that's just kind of the neighborhood Chandler is, that the community can reach out. It's wonderful. And just before I came out here, it was that a woman needed somebody to walk their dog. These are not normal things that we do, but she can't leave the house. So when I leave this panel, I will go in and find a volunteer who will walk that dog so she doesn't have to lose the only companion she has.
We need our community. The need is increasing. Our supplies and our volunteers are decreasing. Anything you can do will help. You can volunteer, you can give supply donations, you can give financially. Go to our website to learn more, ascend.org. Thank you so much.
Yeah, one more thing I'd like to add is that the Y is, of course, running emergency childcare. We're also doing senior wellness checks so that our seniors that are connected at the YMCA do not feel isolated in this time, and they know that the YMCA and their community deeply cares about them. We're providing meals to all the students in our program. And then, of course, we also have transitional housing at our downtown YMCA location. If you are interested in supporting the YMCA, we ask that you give us a call at 480-899-9622 or visit our website at valleyymca.org/donate. We could really use your support in this difficult time.
Yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of ways that you can help. Visit forestcitychandler.org for more information, and thanks for your support.